Yo, what is up, dudes? We are back with another Donner. This is the new Hush Pro, which adds a lot of features. I got a little sneak peek at this back at the NAMM show, and they're finally, available for purchase. So we can check this out. It adds a whole bunch of new features over the regular Hush. And there you go. Let's open it up. All right. We have it out. Very much like the last Hush I had. It comes in this nice little bag, these nice aluminum handles. Let's check it out. Is this the top? This is not the guitar. This is the front pouch. Where is the right here? There it is. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, very nice case. I'm showing some padding off here to the side here. Really keep it protected. We'll take this out. All right. Here we go. Ta-da! Right here. Right there. Let's get the fret protector off of it. There. And right there. There we go. And there we go. Right there, right here. And right here, there you are. It looks like the prior Hush guitars. I think what really makes it different is this circuitry that's built into it. Beautiful looking body though and back to this. Really looks nice. You know, very nice. Very well done. And like all the other Hush guitars that we've had here, it's got the tuners at the bottom with the little hex inside. Makes it easier to tune. If you don't want to work the knurls, you can use a little Allen wrench for a lot of precision. Oh yeah. Now it looks like an output jack on the top. That's not an output jack, and that's not an output jack. That is an output jack. But let's get the sides on so that you can see what I'm talking about. It has an upper and lower sort of bout that can be added. Yep, there's one right there. I'm going to say that this is the lower bout. See, like that. You can put it on your leg. And I think there's an upper bout in here somewhere. And then we'll have to go over the right here. And then we'll have to go over the contents of the bag too before we get it going here. And then this would go, this top part goes in here, and the bottom part goes in there. And it used to be It used to be that you had to screw these in, but now they're a pull, right? The collar, let me get it on this camera here, the collar pulls up and that releases it, so you can take it back out again and pack it up, and then the collar just goes in like this, and I pull that back and it clicks in. Just like that. Yeah. Looking good. All right, let's go over the contents of the bag and then we'll get the guitar going. In the bag, we have a USB cable. Makes sense. Because you have to charge it up, I believe. You have a guitar cable right here, right there. You have probably wrenches. Yeah, right, there's for working the truss rod. It's got the truss rod adjustment spoke right there. These are headphones. I won't open these up because I don't want to make a mess, but these are basically a set of headphones. Well, maybe we'll look at them real quick. Can I open this without making a mess? I can't. It's a set of headphones in here. I don't know if you can see them through the package in there. Full set of headphones for plugging into the guitar. Earbuds. You get a manual to give you all the details on how to operate the electronics. A polishing cloth. Donna's always good about including, you know, little side things. And of course a strap. Donna always includes a strap. We can take a quick look at the strap. Yep. Right there. And it looks like, is this a flip top? It is. I think this is the, you flip the, let me use this pick. I think you flip the top up. Is that how it works? Yeah. So this flips up and that releases it. And then you can I even get this on camera once it's fully, it's a pretty, not really. It's a big strap once you get it completely opened up. Right there. Wow. That's quite, and then just to show the range, let's just, oop. Is that the minimum, right? Yeah, right there. Right like that. So quite a bit of adjustment for the strap. And is there anything, oh, there's some else, more stuff in here. Oh, this is for the bag. This is, you can see with the hooks like that. This is a shoulder strap for the bag. So you can put the bag over your shoulder. And is there anything else in any of these pouches that I'm missing? I don't think so. Want to triple check? Nope, looks like we got it all. So, guitar strap, case strap, headphones, truss rod adjustment, a guitar cable, USB cable, and the instructions. And there you go. That's everything that is included with the guitar. Let me plug this in, tune it up. We'll come back and we will check this out in greater detail. I can't wait to try some of the electronics. It's got quite a bit of effects in it now versus the old one. So it's a huge change from the first Hush system, which it's what makes it pro, is that they added a lot of more electronics. Okay, let me get this all together and I will see you in a sec. All right, we are back. are back. I have it plugged in. I've got it tuned up. I've been spending the last little bit going through the manual, which I strongly recommend you read. You find out things in the manual you didn't know. So just going over the construction a little bit, I believe this is a mahogany body, as you can see right there. Beautiful mahogany body. I believe this is a laurel top. It could be rosewood, but the color and the grain pattern is suggesting laurel to me. I don't know because the guitar isn't out yet and I don't have a spec sheet for it, and it didn't say it in the manual. The top looks like spruce to me, like a spruce top, but the side is clearly, maybe in this camera here, a maple, a flame maple. So it looks like they use a flame maple binding with the spruce top and the mahogany body. Again, this is their Pro model. They're acoustic strings, you know, so they're going to be phosphor bronze, 80-20, you know, whatever you want to use from the acoustic world. These aren't like nickel, you know, strings. These aren't standard electric strings. These are acoustic strings, and you can tell it has an acoustic bridge on it. So clearly, this is because we've done the Pro, the X, and the X. This is the Pro, and the X had electric strings. It was more in the electric camp. This is definitely more in the acoustic camp. The big improvement over the prior model is that they've added a lot more internal sounds to it. And when I was going through the manual, and again, I recommend it, they had a whole section right here that sort of went over all the different blocks. And so the effects are broken up into, is it 6 blocks? 1, 2, 3, 7 blocks. The first block is a tuner. The second block is overdrive, compressor, or booster. Again, so you can't have, I believe, all three on at the same time. You have to choose one out of that block. The next is a mod block, and the mod block would include chorus, phaser, tremolo, flanger, and auto-wah. There's a delay block. The delay block would have analog delay, an echo, a dual delay, tremolo delay, a lo-fi delay. Then there's a reverb block that's going to have things like room, hall, spring, cloud, shimmer. And then there's an impulse response, not so much for cabs, but you can get different guitar sounds actually that you can load into this. And then lastly, there is an EQ block. So a lot of sound shaping that can happen internally. That is all bypassed right now. I have it set to bypass mode, which you might be able to see in this camera here. It's saying bypass on the OLED screen. It's got an OLED screen, so OLED really is viewable at many different angles. And I think that's why a lot of times when they use these small screens, they like to use OLED, because if you're at the wrong angle on LCD, sometimes you can't make it out, right? The contrast goes either too low or too high, and you can't see it. OLED, you can see this at any angle. You know, you can read it. This is currently in bypass mode. And now you're hearing some reverb because I'm running it directly in. There is no amp. This guitar is running directly into my interface, and then I just have a little bit of reverb on the bus. So, because without the reverb, you know, it's pretty. It's an unnatural sound, and it's hard to explain this to people. They're like, you should play it with no effects. Yeah, I'm not going through speakers. It's not in a room. When you play through a guitar amp that has a speaker, you're getting reflections in the room, right? This is an unrealistic environment. There's no room acoustics at all. It's like you're in an anechoic chamber with absolutely zero reflection whatsoever, because it's It's direct. So there's no place, other than an anechoic chamber, there's no place in the world that really sounds like that. So that's why I put the reverb on, because it sounds more natural. Yeah, it sounds fine. The other thing is, I don't know if this, yeah, is this working here? No, because it's in bypass mode. Okay, so it's got what they call air and tone. Air is basically a bass boost and cut, and tone is really a treble boost and cut. They also have an edit, a select, and a value knob. Those are moved to through parameters. And just think about it from left to right, top level, like middle level, and then like granular level, right? So in the first one, you're choosing whether or not the effects are even on or off and choosing presets. The second one is choosing between the effects in the preset. And the third one is choosing the parameters in each effect in the preset, right? So you're getting into more specificity as you get through the knobs, right? From top level to granular. After that, there's a master volume. We have a save button. There is a Bluetooth function. I believe you could Bluetooth audio into this. I'm not sure about, it was a little vague on the description, but it does have a Bluetooth function. So I believe you can either Bluetooth audio into this, or maybe even send audio out from the guitar in Bluetooth. I did not give that a try. And then lastly, we have the power button. There's a headphone jack here and a USB port. The USB port will act as an on-the-go system to work with your phone or pad or tablet, right? It has a interface function where it can interface with your computer. And it is a charging function, which is what you use to charge the internal sounds. Now, the sounds in this, the internal sounds, it takes a lithium-ion battery, and the system has to be on to get any audio at all. Unlike the prior system that worked when the electronics were off, even if it had no battery, this one, it has to be charged and it has to be on to enable bypass mode. I found that when I turn the system off, we lose the audio. I thought the tuners all worked great. One thing I did notice was I saw this little black bar. Can I get it on this camera here? That little black bar right there. I saw that little black bar at the end. I thought it might be a Bluetooth antenna. It is not. It is a little wrench. And the wrench goes right in here to help you tune the guitar. So if you're having trouble gripping these and turning them, there's a little helper wrench, a little mini wrench that goes in the end there. You see that? And it just works fine. It's pretty dark in that camera, maybe over in this cam. You see it. And there you go. What else can I tell you about it? The internal effects are not stereo. Everything's coming out in mono. They may be stereo if you're using headphones. I haven't tried it with the headphone out, but I'll try to give that a check before the video is actually edited and out there, and I'll put it down here below to see if they are stereo through the headphones. I'll let you know. Otherwise, I wouldn't count on it, because every effect I've heard through it so far has been mono, because it makes sense. It's going out of a mono out. I found the whole guitar to be very playable. I found the neck to be very easy to play. It's a standard acoustic neck. And what else can I tell you about it? Just like physically, that might be about it. You know, it's got the wings that I put on earlier, and you can put that on your leg if you need to do, like right there. And that's it. And it has this little hook, and the strings feed through the top, so you don't have to cut the strings. The ball end goes on the top, you feed it down, and you wrap it at the bottom. It's just like in reverse from a standard guitar. And that is about it on the physics. So on the physical end of it, the let's just go through. I can play a couple of things. It is a wonderful sounding guitar. The whole point of the Hush Pro is to add these new internal electronics. So let's move from bypass mode to the first preset. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my internal effects off. It's kind of versus this feels like it's just a compressor. What is it? Give me a little EQ. That's preset 1. Let's go to preset 2. Okay, this has check marks in front of the delay, the reverb, and the IR. Let's move to preset 3. This has check marks in front of the delay, the IR, the mod, and the reverb. I have a feeling if we went in here, so that's IR3. Here's the IR off. I think that sounds a little better. I felt like that IR was like squashing the high end a little too much. Again, here's the IR. Back on again. That was the one that was in it. It's kind of bassy. It's almost like a little too powerful. I'm just going through the IRs. Again, I kind of liked it. The IR off. All right, let's go back to this. We can go through some more of the presets. This is preset 4. Output's a little bunch. Let's try changing that a little bit. This is 5. Just watch my levels now. It's preset 6. You hear like delay. What's it got? Delay, IR. Again, I think those IRs. let's go into the IR setting. This is the COA. There's the IR off. I think that's a... Even that's a pretty good IR. But this one, it's distorting it. It's like too strong. Oh, and I see there's a balance. How much of the IR you're hearing. Interesting. All right, let's go back to these presets. This is preset 7. Nice tram. Preset 8. That's like a lo-fi delay, right? That could be interesting. Again, sort of a lo-fi delay going on there. Like a phaser, flanger. Again, this has every effect on. Or something, basically something from every category. Preset 11. Preset 12. Like a huge reverb. Again, it has those IRs on. What would happen if I turn that IR off? I feel like it's not as bassy. These are... Alright, let's go to preset 13. Again, a lot of mod. This is 14. Ottawa. Preset 15. Preset 16. I feel like that has maybe some distortion on it. Preset 17. And 18. Like a huge, like, reverb. And then we're back to preset 1 again. So there's 18 presets that you can use and store for the different effects. I'm actually going to go back to the bypass mode. Turn my little reverb on there, and the difference you're hearing is that this reverb's stereo. So I'll do a little test, like I said, to see if the effects in here are stereo. I think it makes a difference. You know, it helps with the spread of the stereo effects, especially those that really rely on stereo, like chorus and certain delays, like ping-ponging delays. So I'll give that a test before the final video is published. So it's a really good sounding guitar. I think going through and maybe working with the presets a bit more could bring out some of those internal tones a little bit better. But if none of those internal tones work for you, you can always just use it as a straight guitar. And just keep it as a, as a backpacking, highly mobile acoustic guitar, because as you saw in the bag, it's a pretty small a package to carry around. It's not like a big dreadnought case. It's this little carry bag that most likely would be able to go in an overhead compartment, but I don't know, once they get long like that, the airlines don't want you to put them up there. They want you to check the bag. All right, guys, this is the Donner Pro, the Donner Hush 1 Pro. I will have links in the description with pricing and more specs as they become available. By the time this publishes, the guitar will actually be out and there'll be some specs. So you can check the link in the description for all the specs. And there you have it. Another wonderful Donner guitar, the Hush Pro. All right, guys, there you have it. As always, thanks so much for hanging out, and rock on.